Scientists warn that deforestation, industrial agriculture, illegal wildlife trade, climate change, and other types of environmental degradation will increase the risk of future pandemics. At this critical time, United Nations environmental experts are urging countries not to use the coronavirus pandemic as an excuse to weaken or slow down on environmental protection and enforcement. Well, joining me via Skype is the founder and chief executive officer, Connected Development, Hamzat Lawal. Good morning and thank you for joining us on TVC Breakfast.
Good morning and thank you for having me.
All right, quickly, let me quote the World Economic Forum statements. It says that pandemics are a direct consequence of human activity, and narrowing it down that COVID-19 is we are the cause, that's humans, are the cause of what we are seeing happening now as a result of COVID-19. Talk to us, how so? Help us better understand this.
Well, before now, we don't take our personal hygiene very serious. You know that we've been running a campaign around water sanitation and hygiene, and we've always told citizens to always wash their hands and ensure that they keep personal hygiene. And of course, we know that this virus being transmitted human to human, particularly people who don't keep personal hygiene, who don't wear their face mask or even wash their hands with clean water and soap. So the impact of this pandemic itself is the fact that people, it's humans, are not taking their hygiene seriously. They don't even dispose their waste properly or keep their immediate environment very clean. And this has shown from this pandemic that we need to do more for ourselves and for the environment.
Now that it has changed some aspects of our lives that you have mentioned, are you confident that we will be able to sustain this to help save the environment?
I think that we're only compelled to do this to stay alive. And if you look at the trend, people are just compelled to ensure that they keep personal hygiene on check. I doubt after this pandemic if we will be able to sustain this. And we also need to understand that, and if you've seen some clip or pictures, you know, communities who are also responding and who are trying to survive, a lot of them don't even have access to clean water. So water that they're meant to use to wash their hands periodically, some children have been drinking this water because to them, we don't even have clean water to drink, and you're giving us clean water to wash our hands. So again, it's also something we need to look at, because for us to sustain this, we need to ensure people have potable drinking water before they can use such water to wash their hand when they have curbed the test.
So what would you expect the government to do now to ensure the sustainability that we have mentioned?
I think we need to accelerate in investment. Government needs to ensure that they put more investment around wash facility. But beyond leaving this alone to government, we need private individuals and private institutions. Because if you look at the rapid response from private sector around COVID-19, it was presidential. You know, it was precedented, and it's important that we keep this pace where private sector can also support government. But government needs to ensure that they put in place the policy framework and strong political will, so that private sector can also see this and entrepreneurs can see this as a business opportunity where they can service individuals and households and get paid for it. If you look at the waste that was generated during this lockdown, Lagos alone generated hundreds of thousands of tons of waste. Where have this waste found themselves? A lot of this waste would find themselves in our drainages, and the rains are coming. Again, as much as we're dealing with the pandemic, we'll be dealing with another crisis very soon if we're not able to transform this waste or clear this waste and make them into wealth or dispose them properly.
So are you engaging government with regards to all of these resolutions that you have mentioned to ensure that we keep the environment safe?
Oh, yes, Connected Development, much as we're supporting the NCDC, we're also engaging with government and most importantly informing citizens, because again, as much as we're wearing our face masks, how are we disposing our face masks, because a lot of people just dispose them on the street, and we've seen where people take these face masks, wash them, iron them, and go and resell them. So we're engaging communities, we're engaging citizens, we're engaging government, building a robust framework that would also engage both community leaders, religious leaders, so that they can also translate this information to their various people at the grassroots.
All right, Hamzat Lawal, thank you so much for speaking with us.